What is going on, buddy?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, man. Listen, you are one of my favorite wrestlers, and you had a quote last season, I should say, for the Go-Big Show, says something along the lines of staying away from fire. That's a lot of fire. And you just recently had a street fight against Andrade. I got to ask, was that your Go-Big Show moment in AEW?
I was inspired by Go-Big Show seasons 1 and season 2, but the experts on Go-Big Show season 2, there is a lot of fire spoiler, were far better at handling it than I was. As most people have seen the Instagram photos of what my back looked like the few weeks following. It was my Go-Big Show moment, but I don't know if I would have scored that highly. It was a lot of fun, though.
It was a hell of a match. Amazing match. By the way, congratulations on the TNT Championship. Amazing win. That was a hell of a match, too. Look, TPain joins you this season on the Go-Big Show. What does he add to the show?
I love the fact that TPain jumped in. He had knowledge of season 1, but when it came to how he was going to be on the show, he is involved with more acts this season than any of the other judges. And I had no, preconceived notions of what he might be like, other than the fact that he's an extremely successful individual. I didn't think he would be lending himself to all these really dangerous acts, and it is an incredibly risky season. And he went in there with a ton of bravado, and just an absolute treat to have up on the judges panel. Just every one of them, that unit. I always say I'm not qualified to judge any of these acts, but I do think as a unit, we are qualified because we all have these disciplines and we're all in these industries where it's about making people feel something. And ultimately, that's what I score on.
Absolutely. And that chemistry that you guys all have is just off the charts. And Rosario Dawson, she appeared in AEW Dynamite last year, I guess. Now it's 2021. Any chance we could see TPain pop up?
So T was part of that street fight. He handed me a chair.
He did.
He did, yes. So T now, the street fight, Rosario has appeared jumping on Malachi Black's back. Rosario's been there. I really, at this point, T is always welcome back because he handed me a weapon in the middle of the Atlanta street fight. I think I've got to get Bert and I've got to get Jennifer out there at some point, because I always like showing people and showcasing what wrestling really is today in 2022. And you get a lot of surprise folks. Rosario knew exactly what she was getting into, and she's a wrestler herself at this point, the way I look at it. But yeah, Jennifer and Bert, they've got to make a visit as well.
I got to thank you too, you and Brandy both, actually, because you guys got my girlfriend really hardcore into AEW, especially with Brandy's Shot of Love. She absolutely loves Brandy's Shot of Love. We binge it all the time on YouTube. So, that was her entryway into AEW. So thank you guys for that. But last season, when you picked the winner, it made you feel big for the Go-Big Show. Sure. What are you guys looking for this season on the Go-Big Show for the winner?
Well, the show is way easier when people mess up.
Right.
The show's way easier when they say, hey, I'm going to do this, and then they don't execute. When we get into the semifinals and then the finals, I mean, my gosh, this is a level of mastery that is beautiful to see. But that's a big risk that people take, is when it comes to telling us everything you're going to do versus just kind of putting it out on the plate and us getting a taste of it. That's the hardest thing about the show. And I often complain. I don't know if any of it makes the air, but I often complain about, man, I just wish somebody would just strike out right now in front of me, because it makes it hard. And it gives you a sense of responsibility over the fact that $100,000 is going to be handed to somebody at the end of this. And we've got to make sure we give it to the right person.
Right. Now, look, season 1, you guys pretty much saw everything under the sun. When you're sitting there and ready for season 2, what are you looking for as Cody Rhodes? What are you looking for in season 2?
Well, I think what I like about season 2 is people kind of turning certain acts on the side of their head, in terms of, it's one thing to put a Rubik's Cube together in the fastest time known to man. It's another thing to perhaps do that while you're set on fire. Right. So it's giving us a little shake, giving us a little twist. That's something that only can happen in Go Big Show season 2. Now that the first season's out of the way and the learning curves happen, and we've casted this wider net for more acts, and to have people who are fans of season 1 competing on season 2. I like that little bit of a shakeup to what perhaps was a traditional act.
Absolutely. Well, look, Cody, thank you very much for your time. Amazing job. And again, thank you so much for AEW. It is the alternative that I've been waiting for. And that's a true, I don't know, it's just a mastery art form of pro wrestling that I love watching every single week. So thank you so much, Cody, for your time.
Thank you. It's a team effort. We just got to keep it going.
I'm all about it. So we're going to keep it going up until forever. So thank you so much, Cody. Take care, man.
Thank you, sir.